Hey guys, and welcome back to another video to preview for the Leicester game down on Friday night. But listen, what are your thoughts on Borough as well?
Hey, listen, before you and all the rest of the doom merchants start circling around Mason, what's all the fuss about, Dan? I mean, listen. The only problem I had about Middlesbrough was the 5.5 hour journey, as it turns out now, unfortunately, someone lost their lives in a road traffic accident. But onto the game itself, Dan, we were away from home and at the league leaders. Right. I thought for the first half we were the better team. I thought that there was lots and positives. I think that when you look at some of the comments I've seen, not necessarily on our vlog, but on other things, anybody who think that we were absolutely mullered and we came from there with our tails between our legs. Yes, there was a problem with the formation. I agree with that. Then the game plan must have gone out the window within the first 5 minutes. But listen, Dan, look at the chances we had. I think Mepham had a chance within the first five
That was
minutes.
Phillips, yeah, he was, weren't it?
Yeah, sorry, Phillips, yeah. So, well, I don't know what all the fuss is about. What would you say?
I can see where people are coming from. Of course, where I would say you got your armchair experts who are a bit more about them when they're watching the game. They know a lot more about it in the game itself, because of course you're in
Well,
the
yeah,
stands,
yeah,
and they're going to have
yeah.
different reasons, aren't they? But what I would say is, I think overall the performance against Borough, maybe we were a little bit too harsh saying that Borough did dominate, because after I felt like we didn't bring anything to the table, especially in that
I
second
never
half.
said. I'm sorry. I never said that they did dominate. I thought we were always in
Well,
the
no, in that
game.
second half, they were worthy winners, weren't they? Let's be real. We thought they were worthy winners. Probably because, on a funny note, someone was downstairs on the PISS missing half the game.
Yes,
But
yes. I think we can.
on another note,
Yeah,
from
I think we can include JW in that. But anyway, go on.
yes, Jason Wheeler, it'll be coming soon. But what I would say is, I think overall the performance was really good, especially in our first half. I do think that while we dropped Mikey Johnston, I think bringing Diakite, while we do think, in my opinion, he's a Bambi on ice and really struggled to actually get into the game, I thought that. And you said it
Seemed
as well
quite
next to
nervous
me.
to me. Dad. He seemed really nervous to me.
He did, didn't he? And while we brought him into the side, I felt like we were probably the better team because we were so compact and Burrow couldn't really get us create a chance, as I say. And I think the goal kind of changed it all because I think it was a lack of marking from Hegerber, which meant that it gave them the goal to start off with. And I thought, here we go. We can't really break them down ourselves. Because as you said, in the first 45 seconds, that was realistically, apart from the goal, our best chance of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Isaac Price had a chance as well. I think even Diakite himself had a chance.
That's right, yeah.
But but I think that just I mean, I'm just going to look at my notes now. I think that let's have a look. I think we could have secured for Diakite Borough's first goal from a long throw in. Dreadful bad goal to give away. And in all honesty, the second half, I think that again their goal was very poor. Both poor goals to give away.
Well, you
Plus,
say you say the second one, Mulloway, was poor goal. I actually thought it was, to be fair to him, is a real bit of quality that got on that second goal. Real good team play. I thought Conway was really, really good against us. I thought. I think he was only real spark in their team at one point, and of course he was the main creator of their second goal with Sene scoring. But overall, I think we showed a lack, and this is my worry. Then Mikey Johnson on the wing, and because of that, I don't really like Price playing on the wing, especially because I don't think he brings as much of a threat. And I kept seeing your Styles, your Campbells going down the wings, playing to Jed, for example, and we didn't offer anything at all.
yeah, I would agree with that. Don't forget, I think that Callum Styles was certainly playing out of position. I thought George Campbell is certainly a centre half. He's not a fullback, and I think his distribution is horrendous. I think, but let's look at the positives, though, Dan.
Yeah.
Let's look at the positives. It's the fact that if we'd have put away the chances that we had, right, it would have been an absolutely brilliant game. I don't think there's much between the two sides. I think that yeah, you've got to give Borough credit. Yeah, the second goal was in for a team goal. It was good, but I think all in all, we were all first half we were in the game. I mean, it's all right. Second half it slipped away from us, but I thought we looked really good. I thought some of the passing play was excellent.
Yeah.
I think that Malumbi again, he was being played out of position, but he'd give his all. I think that Jed Wallace on another day should have scored. So I think, looking back, and I think you're right, Dan. I think from seeing it live, and then when I got back at bloody 2 o'clock, half two, whatever it was, 3 o'clock. I watched the game on there and I thought, hang on, it looks different from the game I've just seen. So I can understand it, but then again, if you want to be negative about it, you've got back-to-back defeats. You've got the formation was horrendous. But at the end of the day, it's Ryan Mason's team. He sees them in training, so he must have seen something to think that was going to work. And plus, Dan, we've got youngsters coming through. We've got Toby Collier.
Yeah, I
You know,
thought that's
some of
when he
that.
came on.
Dan, I don't think we're looking that bad.
We're not looking too bad, and I think maybe it's a bit of negativity on my part. But what I would question is that, because I think a lot of people said it as well, was did you agree with the starting 11 to start off with? Because there's many people on Twitter saying about, oh, I'm not too sure about this DQ to come into the side, and it proved reason why up top we didn't really provide anything at all. And of course, when Mikey Johnson came on, he got an assist. Did you agree with the lineup, or is there something that completely changed?
I didn't agree with the line one bit, no. And I think that to leave at one of our biggest threats out, Mikey Johnson for the first half, I don't understand why. However, there's got to be a reason why, Dan, because when he came on, he turned the game, and don't forget, he got an assist for Heckenberg's first goal for the club. So, yeah, there's lots of things I could say about the lineup. But yeah, I'm just worried. I just don't want the dark clouds to set in. And
No,
may I say, Dan, what a splendid turnout from the boys and girls from Albion on a Friday night. I thought that was an outstanding turnout. All right, the atmosphere at Borough was brilliant, and the home crowd was ace. But yeah, I'm just trying to be positive, Dan.
I guess so. And what I would say overall as a squad, I felt like defensively, I thought, don't get me wrong, I've accumulated 2 goals, but I thought Josh Griffiths had a good game again. But what I would
Oh, do
say
you
is,
know
I
what?
think
Yeah,
a lot of people have called out Campbell, for example, and I think the reason why they call him out quite a lot is the fact that, in my opinion, defensively, he is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He's been brilliant in the majority of these games. I think the last two people are questioning his performances, but you can see he's not really an out and out right back, is he? And he's not. But what I would say is,
still
again,
a damn
coming
good
against,
player.
pardon?
Sorry to put in, he's still a damn good player, Dan.
Oh, he is, yes. And I'll come on to Stars in a minute, but what I'll say about Campbell is I don't think realistically he's done a hell of a lot wrong. I just feel like for Albion, we're trying to play him there as someone who can offer something, again, maybe going forward. But of course, last season on the right wing, we had someone in Tom Fellows who didn't really need someone to help him on the right side of the pitch just because he could take one and put a ball in himself. And then that's what I come on to Stars. And I personally think that a lot of people criticize him and say, oh, bring Charlie Taylor and bring Charlie Taylor in. I don't think we need to. I think Stars, in my opinion, that he's been brilliant so far this season. I don't think he's put a hell of a lot wrong. Don't get me wrong, he drops a clanger here and there. But overall, at left back, I think he's been all right, to be fair. And he's doing a job, and I think he provides us a bit more attacking threat on the left hand side. And what I would say is perhaps with Hungary, he's more of a central midfielder, but I'm happy with my left back at this moment in time.
Yeah, I do agree. I do think he's far better as a midfielder. But I'll tell you what, Dan, Stars, you don't find him hiding away. If he makes a mistake, he'll just carry on. He'll carry on. He'll carry on, and he gives everything. I think it's pretty clear that when Price isn't clicking, the Albion team don't click. But something that really. I saw it over the weekend. There's us needing goals. Who's bagging the goals now? Who's left the Albion?
Ollie
Devante
Burke.
Cole.
Oh,
Devante Cole.
Yeah. Yeah, Devante Cole. Sorry, yeah, miles away. Of course, Ollie Burke was got a hat trick in on the weekend for Union Berlin.
Sorry,
But
yeah, I
Devante
remember
Cole,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, it just goes to show you raised a good point there with Burke. I said that next, but so yeah, and I'd love to know the reasons beyond Madgen not starting, Dan. I mean, what do you think of his performance when he came on?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say it to you. It's really interesting to see why that Magic isn't starting at this moment in time because I think, of course, the club's top goal scorer from last season and he provides a threat. I'm not always into my stats, but I'd look at them and he actually had, I think, we only had like 2 or 3 touches in the box and he had like 2 of them because he causes that much of a threat in the box, doesn't he? And to be fair, in my opinion, there is a case from starting against Leicester. I don't think he will, but I think there's a chance he should do because I think he's bringing that threat. Well, realistically, Hegbo is bringing the quality at the moment. But why he scored that goal, that I actually thought that Hegbo had one of his worst games for the Albion.
Yeah, I'm
It's a
gonna
hard one,
I'm
isn't
gonna
it?
I am, but you know what? You can't fault him for effort. I don't think, as I've said on previous vlogs, he's not going to be an out-and-out goal scorer. But he just brings a threat though, because he drags the defenders with him. And I thought it was a fantastic goal. but may I say, a fantastic assist by Mikey Johnson. But
Definitely.
yeah, you hit the nail on the head at the game. Then when we came away, and you said to me, "Do you think the scoreline's flattered us?"
It's a good question, isn't it? And what I would say to you, Dad, is what is there a reason why Madger's not coming on? Do you think that, again, are we lacking the fact that we've been bringing a winger in the transfer window, especially that right hand side, to maybe not replace Jed? What replacing Mikey Johnson? Is Ling Jr. going to be that man? I'm not too sure. What do you think?
Yeah,
It's so many times.
yeah, it's a massive miss, isn't it, with Fellows because he did supply the ammunition. But let's just wait and see. I think Friday will be the acid test for us now because two on the bounce and Leicester are no pushovers. So I mean, coming to the Leicester game, I'd expect us to be winning that and winning it handsomely.
Yes, 'cause I think at home especially, we've got to look real positive towards it. And what I quickly mentioned is that substitutes wise, I think, do you think we're bringing on the right substitutes at the right time or what? Because a lot of people on Twitter and like Instagram and so on and so forth have said we're bringing on substitutes are too late in the game to have an impact. And while we're bringing on Mike Johnson, and he literally got an assist straight away. If you bring on a bit early at half time, could have made a difference earlier on in the game? We could even got a point out of the game.
Well, this is where we've got to be really careful. My answer to the question would be yes, but I have got issues with it.
Well, your
But
thoughts, guys.
But listen, yeah, and I would love to hear the thoughts of the Albion guys and girls because previously, Rob, we've always slated previous managers about the 70th minute or the 80th minute, always bringing on the same subs. Listen, we've got to give him time. Now, if we lose, should we lose on Friday, then I think the vultures will be circling. But you've got to remember it's all about expectations. And somebody quite rightly said on the vlog, there was me at Middlesbrough Friday saying that look, it's work in progress. We've got a new manager, new squad. So did Middlesbrough.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that actually, because before we move on, we may as well give the platform to the one and only Jason Wheeler. Jase, take it away, son.
Thanks to Sky for TV. It's another game under the lights on Friday night. I guess at least this time it's at home. Of course, the visitors, Leicester City, a club what will have big expectations this season in their attempt to bounce back first time back to the Premier League. Of course, during the summer they did lose a couple of big hitters. Of course, the one what stands out is our nemesis, Jamie Vardy. At least we don't have to face him on Friday evening. But even though they have lost a couple of three big hitters, they're certainly a side still possessing bundles of quality. And without going into individuals, because I felt we really worried about the opposition too much the other night, and I think that was bared out in the team selection and the way we set up. I'm a big believer in, while you've always got to be respectful of the opposition and of course do your own work and tactically be right, at the end of the day, if you don't go out there and perform yourselves, you're not going to execute what game plan you've got anyway. As I said, Leicester certainly are a team who will be one of the favourites to bounce back, and with the quality they have, they certainly should be thereabouts. Of course, for ourselves, we're now on the back of 2 defeats. Of course, we've already played 3 home games, only won one of them, so failure to win on Friday night will mean only 1 win in 4, and of course no wins in 3 either. And all of a sudden that good start to the season quickly disappears. What changes potentially could be made on Friday night? George Campbell, who looked at home in the right backs area in the first couple of 3 games, all of a sudden does look like a centre half playing right back. Be interesting to see if Gilchrist gets the nod come Friday. I don't think at left back Styles, of course we have got Taylor from Southampton, Charlie Taylor. Don't expect he will come in, but I'm sure he's pushing as well. Elsewhere for me, I know Eggebor scored on the weekend, but for me, I'd bring Madger in. As I've said on my own platform, that he is our best goal scorer. He's one of the best goal scorers in the league. And for me, he has to come in. If you do play Eggebor, maybe then Madger as a 10. But for me, he's got to come into the side. Elsewhere, Mikey Johnson, I would expect will return. Obviously, he got an assist the other night and has been one of our best performers this season. He doesn't always produce the final bits to match all his good work, but he certainly has got a couple of assists this season. He certainly needs to add more goals to his game, and hopefully he can do that, and it'd be nice for him to notch one on Friday night. The young lad from Man United, will he get the nod? Certainly, when he come on, he looked bright up at Middlesbrough. Certainly be interesting to see what changes do get made. We certainly have to approach the game in a far more positive manner in terms of the lineup than we did at Middlesbrough, and really go and ask questions of the visitors. As I said, a big game, and hopefully we can make it a happy weekend. It's a long weekend when you play on a Friday night and you get beat, so let's make it an happy long weekend by taming the foxes at the Hawthorns. Boing boing.
Oh, what a man he is. Shout out, there's only one
Jason
Jason
Wheeler. Fair play, Jase, fair play. I'll tell you what, you know exactly that he's got his heart on his sleeve, although I know that he was suffering from the PISS or the altitude on Friday, but yeah, always good to hear from Jase. Friend of the show.
Thanks for that one, Jace. But carrying on to Leicester, they're just, I think, I wouldn't say it's a must-win game, but I feel like it's one of those games where we got to look positively towards it. I feel like at home, especially on a Friday night, again, may I just say, I'm not really impressed by that one. I think we've got to put a really good performance at home. I feel like, again, we've got to bring in the likes of Mikey Johnston. You've got to bring, I think Price has got to go back into the centre position. But what I've got to mention to you is, do you keep Malumbi and Mowat as that midfield duo, or do you bring Collier in, or do you bring someone else in?
Oh, it's a good question. You know something, that I would bring someone else in, and I would probably drop. I would drop Moe. It's a shame, really, because he's one of these players at the moment whereby he's probably the best ball playing player in the team. But there's something, I don't know what it is with Moe. There's something that's missing. But I'd rather give it a try. I
think Toby Collier, he's brought some as soon as he come on the pitch. I think he's got a bit of bound where he gets a plate, sprays it around. And I think there's one of them where he put a ball into the box and Hegerben nearly got his head in it. And I think it's like, what a ball that was. And he brought a bit of quality to the game, didn't he?
Yeah, you raise a good point there, because if we do lose and we do make stay with the same starting line, then people are going to start to criticise. But listen, Dan, long hard season. Let's not press the panic buttons yet. There's some freakish results. The championship, I think, is going to be the hardest it's ever been. I think that will Borough remain top for the rest of the season? No, they won't. I think the top's going to change hands many times. Leicester, they're not the threat that they used to be with Jamie Vardy. However, they're not going to be a pushover. And
mind you, do you want me to give you a worrying stat?
Go on.
When was the last time we won at home against Leicester?
Go on, it's a good. What, some time ago, I would have thought.
2010.
Well, listen,
it was on the DMT, I want to say.
Listen, records are there to be broken, Dan. I'm going to, strangely enough, I'm going to go for a 3-1 Albion win.
3-1 Albion win. Wow, really, really complete goal scorers, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Mikey Johnson. I think Malumbi will get one. I think Egbo's on a roll. I think he'll get another.
Okay, then. I'll go for my score prediction quickly. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to the boys. Hopefully, I think Hegbo's now got a goal under his belt. He can maybe get one again, maybe even a double push. But listen, what we're talking. Danny Griffiths, shout out to you, Sonny boy. Listen, Danny and his dad. Let's see what they got.
Hello and good afternoon to everybody. Hope everyone's doing all right and having a good week, whatever you're doing. But thank you very much for All Things Midlands for asking me to do a little review for the weekend's game at Middlesbrough. It was a 2-1 loss, so I'm just going to give you a few of my thoughts really quickly. I thought the lineup to start with wasn't what I expected, and I wasn't really happy. I saw Diakite in there, which I thought, you know what, I don't mind it. Give him a chance, give him a go. But from the off, I actually thought, why didn't we start Charlie Taylor? I remember saying to my dad watching the game, I said I would have started Taylor, and I would have played Styles in the midfield alongside either Mo or Malumbi. I thought he played really well there when he was in away with Hungary, so I thought we should have given him a shot there. Just Price playing on the wing, it doesn't work, and playing him in the middle, he creates so many good chances. He's on the ball all the time. On the wing, I thought he was a bit isolated, really. Couldn't really get in the game as much as he has done. But again, that was the wrong thing. The one thing I would say is I would have started Johnston 100%. Every time he's come on, he's looked threatening. He's got 3 assists already, including that one at Middlesbrough. Really good head about to score as well. Really happy with that. I thought that goal was really well. took. I thought the first goal we conceded was awful. It was Hegabo who lost his man. It's simple. You got to stay with the man, mark the runners. You can say it every single week. It's just simple stuff. Schoolboy errors really. Yeah, really good Hegabo to get his first goal in the league. Obviously he scored against Derby in the cup, so that's good for him. The goal was really well took. I hope we can create more chances for him, because that was really the only chance he had. So if he has more chances going forward, hopefully scores more goals, hopefully get Madger on. Again, I would have brought Madger on earlier, but again, that's just simple stuff. I would have done this, I would have done that. He didn't do it, so at the end of the day, we lost. On to Leicester now, so hopefully the big man's going to be on next, giving the Leicester preview, my dad. So see how that goes. Boing, boing, it's showtime!
Cheers, Danny. On to Leicester, under the lights, at the Shrine on Friday night. Good game to have, in my opinion, with their attacking style of play. It will suit us, and there's always goals in this one. But we must make a few changes. Campbell is not a right back. We should give Gilchrist a go, as he'll get forward more, because I thought Campbell kept cutting inside far too much against Borough and slowing the game down, which didn't help us. And also Johnson, it's the obvious one. He's got to come back in. Struggle with creativity, but he's the one that can make the difference. In my opinion, this is going to be a Desmond. It's going to be 2-2. We'll keep up the good work, Dan and Paul. I'll see you soon. Cheers.
Good old Danny Hayes, Dad going for a Desmond. Oh, look, he makes some good points, though, Dan. You
do actually, don't they? Fair play, lads. Thank you very much for the videos.
And you will. Really sorry to butt in. If you want to certainly make your point of view across, please get in touch, and we're always looking for fresh analysis. But I think fair play to JW and to Danny and his dad. Lovely to see people mucking in, Dan.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that, guys. But before we go on, Dad, you were going to mention about Mark Townsend.
Yeah, indeed. I know that there's going to be some collection buckets going around the game. Unfortunately, as we all know, about what happened to poor old Mark Townsend at Sheffield Wednesday, gone but never forgotten. You know something, Dan, every away game I go to, you think to yourself, there is no way you should go to a football game and never return. So my heart does go out for Mark's family, and well done to those that were all contributing to that. I know that George from West Brom.
Yeah, shout out to you, George, from WFan TV.
So yeah, I think there's going to be an applause during the game.
I hope so. I hope so, and I think something should be done as well about the matter of Sheffield Wednesday. But we won't go.
Yeah, I think it's all to come out. I think that, as you know, we're going to do another special to do with that. But yeah, our sincere best wishes go to all the family.
All right then. So coming back to the team, Dad, I would say to you, changes wise, talk to me. Is Campbell starting?
Yes. Oh, Campbell. Yeah.
Or would you bring in P plus Shannon for Alfie Gilchrist to come in? What are your thoughts on
that? No, not just yet. I think that the only change I would make to the game, other than the formation, I may add, would be that I'd like to see Mikey Johnson start. Because I'll tell you something, if we go, just say for argument's sake, if we'd have got a goal up at Middlesbrough, I don't think we'd have lost that. I think we'd have really, that confidence would have grown somewhat. I think that, I'll tell you one thing I would like to see, Dan, is, I know it's fine margins. I can see the fact that other players are going to chip in, and I think the defenders have got a lot to add. I mean, I just can't believe. Who did you say it was? Was it Nat Phillips that had
a chance to start in the first minute? Nat Phillips, it was.
If that had fallen to anybody else, so no, I would like to see some changes. And I think that, like as you've mentioned before, that Griffiths, I think he had a decent game as well, Dan. Yeah. So a couple of changes for me, but Mikey Johnson's got to start. I'd like to see Madger start as well.
And what I would say to you as well, Dad, is the fact that coming into the game, we got Leicester, Norwich away, Millwall away. We got a real tough week coming up, Mayor, just saying some long journeys as well.
I know. I can't believe that you're expected to do like let's just say Norwich on a Wednesday night, and then 2-3 days after you've got another game. What is going on? But I'll tell you what. Anyway, I'm not going to disguise just yet. Again, that's for another day. But goal scorers. What did you say? The goal scorers?
I said Hegabo. I'm going to go Hegabo twice. But guys, make sure as well you put in the comment section down below. What is your score prediction? What would you change to the lineup? What do you think of Ryan Mason so far? May I just say? And can we also say thank you so much for the support on the channel at the moment, because Middlesbrough did really well. Our thoughts was, thank you so much, especially the Borough fans, Dad.
Yeah, some great comments from the Borough fans. And again, thank you for everybody who likes, subscribes, and comments. I'd like to get some more subscriptions. I don't know how we're going to do it, but all I'll say is this: we all love the baggies, and we always will. And listen, calm down with all the criticism because we will get where we want to be.
Guys, thank you so much for it as always. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you can. Dad, what time is it?
Hey,
It's showtime.
showtime.